Hello everyone, I'm showing off my new 7-day FPS and PROCJAM game called Sons of Liberty that I made together with my friend Leonovsky. It's made in FD Quake World Engine, and I've used tools like Blender, NetRadiant, GIMP and Audacity to make most of the content in the game. And my friend Leonovsky did all the music in the game and a lot of the sound effects, and I did the rest. So let's get started. This is a first-person shooter with procedurally generated content, as both of the jams imply. We're gonna start our new game with the operator difficulty. So this game has a kind of a, some people would describe it as like a XCOM meets CS or something like that, because you have this team management thing and you have permadeath for all your soldiers, so whenever someone dies, well, they're dead for good. I just recruited a guy because I could actually afford him. Usually on the first round you can't afford anyone, but this was good. Now we're gonna check the briefing, quick description of our mission, we don't care about that, and we deploy. Alright, now you can see the actual game. We're here at the desert. We've got some hostiles around that we're supposed to eliminate. You can see from our crosshair that it's like in Counter-Strike, where moving, jumping, crouching, they all have an impact on your aiming accuracy. Whoop. Gotta dodge those shots. So, we're in the procedurally generated environment. We got our enemies placed around randomly, and we're supposed to eliminate them all. And we're getting flanked right now. Good thing we have the sidearm for these situations. Oh no. That was really bad. So, that's what happens when you play on the hardest difficulty. You die very quick. That is the wrong way to play. Now I'm going to show you how you're actually supposed to play. You're not going to rush in. You're gonna take it easy. Pick out guys. Observe the environment. Try to spot more hostiles. Move very carefully. And avoid engaging a lot of enemies at once, because that's how you die. That's how I died last time. So I got this low poly art style going on in here with very faceted rocks, but they also have this kind of noise texture applied to them to give it some flavor. This kind of art style made it very easy for me to create a lot of content very quickly. Okay, I should not peek from there, it'll get me killed. Peeking from the other side of the rock is much safer because the other guy couldn't see me. So I could take the first guy out just fine. And now they're both down. All of this level geometry was modeled in Blender, as well as textures applied in Blender, but then it was imported into NetRadiant, which is a Quake 3 mapping program. Oh, can I get him? Ah yes, thank goodness. I was getting very low on health. But yeah, NetRadiant makes these meshes into actual playable level geometry, with light maps as well. Meanwhile, the gun models, the alien models, are completely modeled in Blender. This time I used some very interesting tricks to make the asset creation easier. I just used Blender's own texture baking functionality to create pretty much everything. Oh, 1 health. Okay, there we go. We survived. For example, this pistol model, I didn't touch the texture by hand at all. Everything you see about the texture right now was created by Blender, mostly automatically. So it's a new trick I learned, and it really makes my life much easier. If there's interest, I might try and make videos about how to do that stuff. And if you remember the stats of this guy from previous round, they increased after that mission, so the accuracy is one step higher, speed is 1 step higher. That's what happens when you survive a mission. You level up. And now we're gonna go into another mission. This time we gotta hack comms towers. We can see there's one, and there's another one way off in the distance. We're just gonna take out some of the hostiles first. They're returning fire. This is the kind of combat I really wanted this game to have. Like, you're gonna be hugging cover very carefully. You're gonna engage at long distances. Not every shot will land. Sometimes randomness will make them miss. And projectile weapons, so you can actually... It just makes the fights much more dynamic when you actually have a chance of dodging the enemy shots. Whoa, I almost dodged into that shot. Sure, there's more enemies nearby. If you listen closely, you can hear the enemies making idle noises, as well as when they're trying to search for the player. And that is on purpose, just to give the player a little bit of an edge, so they don't get surprised quite so easily. Alright. Now if someone attacks me, I'm in trouble. Reloading in this game is very dangerous, but it's also very dangerous just running empty in the middle of a fight. Okay, I see a guy there. I think I'll just do this objective first, which is just stare at it and hold mouse 1. Not very exciting. Didn't have time to come up with more interesting objectives. Or actually, I did have an idea for how to make this objective more interesting, and that was to make it so that the enemies would send in reinforcements, so that you can't just take out the enemies first and then do objectives. I get stuck in geometry. But as it stands, the safest strategy is just to hunt down every single enemy on the map and then do the objectives in peace, and there's no downside to that. But I didn't have time to do the reinforcements. I had a plan of creating this UFO model that would fly overhead and just drop enemies, and they would land wherever. Sometimes on top of cliffs or buildings, sometimes on the ground. I don't really care, it's more interesting regardless. But I did not have the time to do that. Oh, that was bad. Yeah, you can tell I've been quite the Quake player, so I like to bunny hop everywhere. In this game it's not always a great thing. Of course I can move faster and it's a lot of fun, so that's why I can't stop doing it. But it makes me look kinda like a fool, especially when I keep bunny hopping with DMR and I get caught with my pants down and I can't really respawn fire to enemies. Okay, we can hire a new guy, Mr. Krieg here, and we barely have any credits left, but I really don't want to play with just one soldier. It's way too easy to just lose that way. Alright, this is the first night mission. It's mostly a cosmetic change, but I think it's a very good cosmetic change. And it also reduces the aggro distance of enemies, so they won't spot you from far away quite that easily. And our objective in this mission is once again just to eliminate everyone. I can hear the enemies. Yep. When their friends get hurt or when they hear gunshots, they go out and investigate, but because they don't have any pathfinding, it might just seem a little bit random most of the time. With the silenced submachine gun, the gunshots aren't quite so loud, so it doesn't alert enemies very far away, but when you just hit enemies, that's what alerts them more, unless they're not near others. But often if you do like hit and run tactics, you shoot one guy and then move on to another location. It lets you have a drop on the next guys. And it's a lot of fun playing like that. I think I've very much succeeded in making the basic gameplay feel tactical and fun like that. I can hear there's a guy somewhere nearby. Yeah. And he's down. In the night you have to be even more careful because sometimes the enemies can kinda blend in like that. Fortunately the pink splashes from their plasma guns is very visible. Why can't I hit? Oh, I was being so unlucky there with the spread. But that's how the game works. Once you play with a soldier that has high accuracy, then you don't have to worry about the spread. But in the early stages, when you only have access to low-level guys, yeah, you're gonna have to play carefully. Oh, I got one of them down. I'm just gonna wait until they get closer, get them with my pistol. I didn't get him yet. One down, I think there's another guy here. Yeah. Maybe even more. You can hear there's dynamic music system going on. And I think it works very well in this game. Okay, so we barely have any ammo for the MP5. And we do have plenty of pistol ammo. We can refill our ammo back at the starting point at the APC. So there's a guy there. Is he far enough to not spot us? Don't want to engage him at this. Okay, he saw us. Time to run. Oh. Let's wait here until he gets closer and then surprise him. Or he surprises us, but it doesn't matter. We're the one who survived. Those kind of tense firefights are what I really enjoy about this game. And why I kind of want to show it off as well in this unscripted video form. Oh no! Just 2 enemies left and then, well, I got careless, I got hit, and unfortunately that soldier is now gone. This is our last guy left. Not a particularly good soldier, at least not according to his stats. But he's got the marksman rifle, which lets us take out enemies from slightly further away. But it's not very useful when we get into close combat. You better be very comfortable using the pistol. Okay, there we go. Another mission completed. Might play 1 or 2 more missions. And this is what sometimes happens. You get the situation where you only get 1 person to hire and he's like max level everything. And as you can tell, I cannot afford this guy. So it's very likely I'll lose in the next mission. I have to make no mistakes at all. So let's see if we can do that. This time we have to retrieve some artifacts. There's the third emission type. And it's back to daytime. We're playing with the marksman rifle. We should be using our terrain to our advantage as much as possible. So using high ground is a good idea, using buildings is a good idea. That's a lot of guys. I do not want to engage them from there. I think that would be a suicide. I might do it from here if I can get on top of this rock. Yeah, I can then, when they start returning fire, I can just drop down below. And be safe. Reload my gun. And wait until they line up. Welcome to the meat grinder. Still gotta be extremely careful even if you plan these meat grinder things. Because it's very easy to miss a few shots, or the enemy just starts shooting at you while they're pushing through. And you can easily lose most of your health. And sometimes when you're like that, other enemies nearby hear your shots and they start to investigate, and they will kind of accidentally flank you. Okay. We're running very low on ammo for the rifle, so I'm gonna go back to start to the APC. And it will give us some extra ammo. I added the mechanic because I noticed that in higher difficulties you would just not have enough ammo to take care of all the enemies, even if you played much more conservatively. Okay, there's a guy nearby. If I expose myself to that direction, there's probably a dozen other guys that see me. And we found our guy anyway. The pistol has the advantage of not getting too inaccurate when you're moving. Like, you can still see the crosshair very clearly. Still a pretty big crosshair, but close range, still good. Meanwhile with DMR, very hard word, you can see the crosshair is much bigger when moving. Different guns have different properties like that. And the pistol really has an important purpose. Okay, so I'm really stretching how far I can shoot. And it's fine. It's fairly safe trying to pick them up from the distance. But if the firefight just keeps dragging on, you can't hit them because of bad luck with the bullets, then they have a chance of actually hitting you from far away. So you still have to be careful when doing that. I think there's a guy in the trench. Probably. I'm hearing the sounds. Got the artifact. Just gonna sneak up on him, making sure I'm not getting ganked by some other people. Oh, that went so badly. I was just missing my shots for no good reason. But fortunately he got only one shot on me. Still possible there's enemies lurking around. So I better just keep my eyes open. My eyes and ears open. But I think we're already safe. Yep. Oh, looks like I found a bug in our map. Yeah, you can tell the game was made in like 9 days. I'll probably make an updated version with these bugs fixed and some more content. But yeah, overall I think it's a pretty functional game. Ow, just dodge into that bullet. It's a functional game and it's a lot of fun to play, which is the most important part. I don't know if it looks fun to play, but I'm having a blast when I play it. And that's a good sign for your own game. maybe I just end up making a game I really want to play. You can tell our guy leveled up a little bit. The crosshair is much smaller now when we zoom in. There's buildings as well you can use. Can I take the shot on him? Nope. Actually, yeah, I can. But when we're standing up, then of course it's not quite so accurate again. The sounds of the enemies are really spooking me. Use my pistol as well to conserve the rifle ammo. Oh no, more guys. This is not good. Now we're fine, we're fine. Just took out like half a dozen guys there behind the corner with our pistol. It really shows that playing careful is everything in this game. Five guys left. 4 guys left, and I think most of them are in that area. Okay, 2 guys left. We still got over 1 magazine of ammo for the rifle, and plenty of ammo for the pistol. I have no idea where the last guy is. Okay, found him. Let's take it safe. There we go. And now we can extract. No more threat remaining. Another feature I really want to add into this game was, I actually mentioned it before, reinforcement for the enemies, so you can never feel truly safe when you're extracting after completing an objective. I think that's great for some fun gameplay, just having to really stay on your toes. Oh, we can find another soldier. Mr. Gonzalez. He's got the marksman rifle as well, but if you compare his stats to this guy, who already leveled up quite a few times, he's even stronger. And we're going to a night operation with our sniper, and you can see the crosshair is already basically a dot instead of a circle, if you can call that, considering it's a hexagon. Oh yeah, the story is funny. Why did I pick a hexagon for the crosshair? I originally wanted to make a traditional cross, but I ran into some issues with the game engine drawing 2D elements and doing some rounding errors that caused the crosshair to be different sizes in the vertical and horizontal directions, and it was just distracting me so much. I decided, okay, I'm just gonna implement a completely new system where I use polygons to render the geometry for the crosshair, and I'm gonna pick some unconventional shape. And that's how we ended up with the hexagon, which rotates based on where you're aiming. See a guy there. Probably can't see it on YouTube. Did I just get a double hit? There's a ricochet system in the game, but it's very rarely useful. It's usually just a nice eye candy seeing bullets ricochet. But if I actually did hit 2 guys with a single shot, that was pretty cool. I'll have to check the video. Glad I'm recording. Probably didn't kill the other guy though. Yeah, that was quite a few guys trying to attack me. Good thing they were moving fairly slow. They weren't being too aggressive with how they shoot. Here's a guy. I think I might just do the objective first, because I don't want to get stuck here. There's no cover. Just gonna move into a better spot before I start engaging. think I got him. Yeah, music stopped. Let's get a nice view here. Oh, that could have gone badly. I think most of the enemies are down now. I mean, I would hope so. I haven't been counting. Okay. Looks safe. I got him with a single hit. Sometimes hard to confirm your kills. Alright, now we can just exit. And we survived to fight another day. Or I say that, but it's still possible there's a guy here that could catch me off guard. So you gotta be careful. Especially in the night operations, it's easy to have guys that you didn't notice and they didn't notice you. So you just end up bumping into them later. Which is a good thing. I think it creates for some interesting gameplay. But I think I've been showing off the game enough now. Go check it out if you're interested. If you like what you see, I'll put the link in the description. Alright.